Right now, a monster storm system is barreling across the plains, and by tomorrow night, over 62 million Americans will be directly in its path. This is not a drill. This is one of the most dangerous, severe weather setups we have seen all year, and if you live anywhere from Texas to Wisconsin, you need to hear this right now. Here is what I am going to do for you in this video. I am going to break down exactly when this storm hits your city, hour by hour, for more than 270 locations across the United States. I am going to tell you when it starts, when it peaks, and when it finally moves out. And stay with me until the 5-minute mark, because that is where I am going to reveal why the Storm Prediction Center just issued something they almost never do, a rare day 6 warning for next week that could affect 22 million more people. But first, let me show you what is happening right now, because the clock is already ticking. As of tonight, Thursday, March 5th, 2026, supercell thunderstorms are already firing between Oklahoma City and Amarillo. These are not ordinary storms. We are talking about cells capable of producing golf ball to tennis ball sized hail that is 1.75 to 2.5 inches in diameter, and they are moving fast. The Storm Prediction Center has issued an enhanced risk for severe weather across western Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle, covering cities like Woodward, Childress, and everything east of Amarillo. 2 to 3 of these supercells could have tornadoes on them at the same time tonight. Now here is the twist that most people are not expecting. By 11 tonight, these individual supercells are going to merge into a massive squall line. And when that wall of storms rolls through Oklahoma City between midnight and 1 in the morning, the threat shifts from tornadoes to destructive straight-line winds. I am genuinely concerned that people are underestimating how much energy is loaded into this system. The amount of atmospheric fuel out here is off the charts. Do not go to sleep without your weather alerts on tonight if you are in central Oklahoma, but here is the thing. Tonight is just the appetizer. Tomorrow, Friday, March 6th, is the main event, and this is where it gets really serious. So let me walk you through this hour by hour, city by city. Friday morning, warm air surges back north across the plains. Dew points climb into the upper 60s. The low-level jet cranks up to 50 knots. By early afternoon, the Storm Prediction Center has a moderate risk zone stretching from Kansas City all the way down to Fort Smith, Arkansas. This includes Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield, Fayetteville, Bentonville, and Muskogee. Inside that zone, there is a 10% hatched probability for significant tornadoes, meaning we could see EF2 strength or stronger tornadoes with winds over 135 miles per hour. Let me give you the timing breakdown for Friday so you know exactly when to be on high alert. If you are in Sioux Falls, Sioux City, or Des Moines, storms fire between 2 and 4 in the afternoon. These will be massive hail producers with isolated tornadoes possible. Hailstones could reach 2 inches in diameter. If you are in Topeka, Kansas City, or St. Joseph, your window opens around 3:30 in the afternoon and runs through 8 at night. Supercells will be training over the same areas, which means flash flooding on top of severe weather. If you are in Springfield, Joplin, or Branson, your peak danger zone is 4 to 7 in the evening. Multiple supercells will be rolling through one after another, each one capable of a significant tornado. If you are in Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Bentonville, or Muskogee, this is your highest threat window, 4:30 to 8 in the evening. The Storm Prediction Center has the strongest tornado probabilities focused right here. If you are in Oklahoma City, Norman, or Stillwater, you already dealt with storms overnight, but a second round moves in between 5 and 9 Friday evening. If you are in Tulsa, Broken Arrow, or Bartlesville, storms arrive between 5:30 and 9:30 Friday night. Now, do not skip this next part, because here is what happens after dark, and this is where people get caught off guard. After 9 on Friday night, the individual supercells consolidate into a powerful squall line. This line will stretch from Wisconsin through Iowa, Illinois, Missouri, and all the way back down into Texas. The primary threat shifts to damaging straight-line winds of 70 to 90 miles per hour. If you are in Milwaukee, Madison, or Rockford, that squall line hits between 10 at night and 2 in the morning Saturday. If you are in Chicago, the storms push through between 11 at night and 3 in the morning. If you are in St. Louis or Columbia, Missouri, expect the line between midnight and 4 in the morning. If you are in Little Rock, Memphis, or Jonesboro, the squall line arrives between 1 and 5 in the morning Saturday. And here is where I am going to deliver on that promise I made at the beginning. The Storm Prediction Center has just issued a rare day 6 severe weather outlook for Tuesday, March 10th. This almost never happens. They do not put out day 6 warnings unless they are seeing something extremely concerning in the models. A 15% probability zone for severe weather is already locked in, covering Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, Oklahoma City, and extending into Missouri and Arkansas. 22 million people are inside that zone right now, and the models suggest this could be even bigger than what we are dealing with this weekend. But before we get to next week, we are not done with this weekend yet, not even close. Let me tell you about Saturday because a lot of people are going to let their guard down, and that would be a mistake. Saturday morning, a new round of storms fires up across the Deep South and the Ohio Valley. Here is your Saturday timing. If you are in Memphis, Jackson, Mississippi, or Tupelo, storms move through between 8 in the morning and noon with heavy rain, strong winds, hail, and a conditional tornado threat. If you are in Nashville, Clarksville, or Bowling Green, your window is noon to 4 in the afternoon. Do not be fooled by the morning calm. If you are in Birmingham, Huntsville, or Tuscaloosa, storms arrive between 10 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. Prefrontal supercells could pop ahead of the main line, and those are the ones that carry tornado risk. If you are in Louisville, Lexington, or Cincinnati, expect storms between 1 and 5 in the afternoon. If you are in Columbus, Cleveland, or Akron, storms push through between 2 and 6 in the afternoon. If you are in Pittsburgh, Charleston, West Virginia, or Morgantown, your severe weather window is 3 to 7 in the evening. Severe thunderstorm warnings are likely even in areas that do not normally see March severe weather. If you are in Atlanta, Chattanooga, or Knoxville, storms clip your area between 2 and 6 in the afternoon Saturday. If you are in Indianapolis, Dayton, or Fort Wayne, the squall line remnants move through between noon and 4. If you are in Philadelphia, Scranton, or Harrisburg, scattered strong storms are possible Saturday evening between 5 and 9. If you are in Hamilton or Toronto up in Ontario, yes, this system reaches you too. Expect storms Saturday afternoon into the evening. Now, I want to zoom out for a second because there is a bigger picture here that I think everyone needs to understand. And this is where the seasonal forecast becomes really important. We are currently in a transition from La Nina to El Nino. What does that mean in plain English? It means the jet stream is in an aggressive, active pattern right now, the kind that spawns major tornado outbreaks. But as we move deeper into spring toward May and June, the jet stream is expected to flatten out as El Nino takes hold. That tells me this severe weather season is going to be front-loaded. March and April are likely going to be the most dangerous months. The United States averages about 1,100 to 1,200 tornadoes per year, and I believe a big chunk of this year's total is going to happen in the next 6 to 8 weeks. And there is one more factor that is making this worse. Gulf of Mexico sea surface temperatures are running above average right now off the coasts of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. Warmer Gulf water means more moisture means more instability, and more instability means stronger, more dangerous thunderstorms. This is jet fuel for tornado-producing supercells, and it is sitting right there waiting to be tapped every time a storm system swings through. So here is your action plan. If you are in the plains, the Midwest, or the South, you need a plan right now. Know where your safe room is. Make sure your weather radio is working. Have your phone alerts turned on. Charge your devices tonight. If you are in a mobile home, identify a sturdy building nearby where you can shelter. Do not wait until the sirens go off to figure this out. If you are in Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota, Nebraska, South Dakota, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, or New York, this system is coming for you at some point between now and Saturday night. Go back in this video to find your specific city and your specific timing window. And here is what I really need from you right now. Drop a comment below and tell me what city you are watching from. I am going to be reading those comments and giving updated forecasts for your specific area as new model data comes in. This storm is evolving fast, and the more I know about where you are, the better I can help you stay safe. Now remember what I said about Tuesday, March 10th. That rare day 6 warning from the Storm Prediction Center is not something to ignore. The same areas that are getting hit this weekend, Dallas, Oklahoma City, Fort Worth, Austin, and much of Arkansas and Missouri, they are going to be right back in the crosshairs by Tuesday. And early model data suggests that setup could be even more volatile than this one because the atmosphere will have had time to reload moisture from those warm Gulf waters I just told you about. I am going to have a full breakdown of that Tuesday threat in my next video, including hour-by-hour timing for every major city in the risk zone. If you do not want to miss that, make sure you are subscribed and have notifications turned on. This severe weather season is just getting started, and the next 2 weeks are going to be relentless. I will see you in the next one. Stay safe.